It's so good to be back here again. Thank you so much for always tuning in to my channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all that you do. I really do appreciate you so much. And of course, don't forget that this is Saffron Media, and we are in the business of giving you trending, most exciting, reliable, and authentic news. So, guys, you didn't have to miss out on any trending news and exciting news in Nigeria and beyond. Okay, and of course, we already know how things has been happening in the Edo State APC, and right now we already know also that Obaseki has resigned, and also Oshiomohle, that is the bone of contention at the moment, has been suspended as the national chairman of the APC. I guess that is a very interesting news to know at the moment. But before I bring you details of this news, if you haven't subscribed, please ensure you hit the subscribe button immediately, and also turn on the notification bell. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, because your thumbs up will mean you saw this video and you liked it. All right, guys, thank you so much. All right, let's get into the details of this news. Yes, and of course, 18 Edo 18 local government chairman reaffirmed support for Governor Obaseki's re-election. And it says the crisis rocking the All Progressive Congress APC took a new twist yesterday, with a court of appeal upholding the suspension of Mr. Adams Oshiomohle as the national chairman of the ruling party, and the Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki renouncing his membership of the party. To stave off leadership vacuum in the party, its National Working Committee convoked an emergency meeting to find a replacement for Oshiomohle. The National Working Committee members, in line with Section 14, subsection 2(3) of the APC Constitution, named Deputy National Chairman South and former Oyo State Governor Senator Abiola Ajimobi as the interim national chairman. However, Ajimobi may not be able to discharge the functions of that office for now, as he is said to be battling for his life at an undisclosed hospital where he is on admission for treatment for a disease suspected to be COVID-19. In his absence, and in line with the APC constitution, the party would have to mandate its national vice chairman, South, Chief Hilary Etta, to act instead. We gathered that the National Working Committee was a stormy one, as members were sharply divided. While 14 National Working Committee members are pro-Oshiomohle, 3 are neutral, and 3 others are opposed the suspended national chairman. Those neutral are National Financial Secretary Tajuddin Bello, National Youth Leader Sadiq Shuaibu Abubakar, and National Disabled Leader Misbah Lawal Didi. Those in the anti-Oshiomohle camp are Deputy National Chairman North Lawali Shuaibu, Deputy National Secretary Victor Giadon, and National Vice Chairman Northeast Mustafa Salihu. It was also learned that the APC governors were planning to intervene to prevent the crisis from worsening further. Earlier yesterday, a 3-member panel of the Court of Appeal had affirmed the judgment of Justice Dan Lalmi Senchi of the Federal Capital Territory FCT High Court, which on March 4th ordered Oshiomohle to step aside as the national chairman of the ruling party. Oshiomohle's travel began from the Edo State chapter of APC, where he has been locked in a war of attrition with Obaseki, culminating in the factionalization of the state chapter of the party. Obaseki, who was disqualified by the APC from actualizing his second-term ambition on its platform, allegedly at the behest of Oshiomohle, quit the party yesterday. In a statement yesterday, National Publicity Secretary of the party, Malam Lanre Issa Onilu, said the decision to name Ajimobi as the acting national chairman became imperative following the appeal court judgment. He said, guided by advice from the party's legal department, in line with the provision of Section 14, the 2 subsection 3 of the party's constitution, the Deputy National Chairman South, Senator Abiola Ajimobi, will serve as the party's acting national chairman. According to Section 14, subsection 2, verse 3 of the APC constitution, the Deputy National Chairman North and South shall act as the national chairman in absence of the national chairman from his zone. However, Giadom kicked against the decision of the National Working Committee, saying, going by an earlier court pronouncement, he should be the interim national chairman of the party. In a statement by his counsel, Chief Wole Afolabi, obtained yesterday, he demanded compliance with the order of the FCT High Court of March 16, 2020 by Honorable Justice S.U. Bature that he, Giadom, is to act as the national chairman of the party due to the suspension of Oshiomohle. According to him, Justice Bature's order remains valid, thereby rendering Ajimobi's appointment null and void of no effect. Afolabi said, "Our attention has been drawn to a statement purportedly issued by the publicity secretary of the APC to the effect that Senator Abiola Ajimobi is to act as the national chairman of the party following the suspension from the office of Comrade Adams Oshiomohle by the Court of Appeal. We wish to state that the statement must have been issued in complete ignorance of the order of the FCT High Court issued on 16th of March 2020 by the Honorable Justice S.U. Battery in suit number FCT/HC/M/6447/2020 to the effect that Chief Victor Giadom is to act as the national chairman of the party due to the suspension of Adams Oshiomohle as the national chairman." The order was given by the same day that the Court of Appeal earlier gave Oshiomohle a temporary respite by saying the execution of the said order suspending Oshiomohle. Now that the Court of Appeal has affirmed the order of suspension, it is only proper that the order recognizing Chief Victor Giadom is implemented. Consequently, we have written to all law enforcement agencies to implement the said order, and anyone who attempts to parade himself or herself other than Chief Victor Giadom as the acting chairman of the APC will be facing contempt of court proceedings. Earlier, the Court of Appeal panel led by Justice Eunice Oyemimnam, in an unanimous judgment, had dismissed Oshiomohle's appeal challenging his suspension for lacking in merit. Oshiomohle has lodged the appeal to challenge the verdict of Justice Senchi that he was validly suspended and he should step aside as the national chairman of the ruling party. Justice Senchi also ordered Oshiomohle to stop parading himself as the national chairman of the APC until the issues challenging his leadership of the party were resolved. The suspension order was sequel to an interlocutory injunction motion filed by one Mustafa Salihu and 5 others who had urged that Oshiomohle could not continue to occupy the office of the national chairman of the APC, having been suspended from his Esako ward in Edo State. The order was made pending the hearing and determination of the substantive suit seeking his removal from the office as the national chairman of APC. However, dissatisfied with the decision of the lower court, Oshiomohle had approached the appellate court to set aside the judgment of the lower court. He hinged his appeal on the grounds that plaintiff and respondents lacked local standing legal rights to initiate the court process. He also challenged the jurisdiction of the trial court to entertain the suit, adding that the trial court did not accord him fair hearing before arriving at his decision. But in the lead judgment delivered by Justice Mohammed Lamido, the three-member panel resolved all 4 issues raised by Oshiomohle in 4 of the respondents. The court accordingly upheld the decision of the FCT High Court on the issue of jurisdiction. The Court of Appeal held the trial court was right to hear the suit because Oshiomohle, as the first appellant, is based in Abuja, while the APC also has its national headquarters in Abuja. On the issue of local standing, the appellate court disagreed with the appellant, stating that the plaintiff and respondents are key officials of the party in the state. The court also disagreed with Oshiomohle that his right to fair hearing was breached, noting the ruling of the trial court only ordered his suspension and not removal from office. The court also disagreed with Oshiomohle that the plaintiff and respondent did not place sufficient material before the trial court to warrant the issuing of interlocutory injunction. According to the appellant court judgment, there was enough evidence to show that Oshiomohle's suspension from the Ward 10 of Esako local government area of Edo State was ratified at the ward. Local governments and state levels are required by law Justice Lamido also noted that Oshiomohle did nothing to challenge his suspension at the ward level, which was ratified until about 72 days after. In these circumstances, the position taken by the lower court that the plaintiff have made a case for the issuance of the interlocutory order is proper and that part of the decision is hereby upheld. The appeal is unmeritorious, appeal dismissed, and the ruling of the lower court upheld, Justice Lamido said. So that is it, guys. Don't forget to we'll be bringing you details of Obaseki and how he dumped the APC, because of course we did not give you plain details of that, but expect it. Just sit back, ensure that you turn on your notification bell so that when we drop that video you get to see it. Thank you so much for staying tuned up to this moment. I really do appreciate your time so far. You are really awesome. Do have a pleasant day. Bye for now.